Gammon time. Yes, you'll never guess. Another article from Anne Widdecombe. Yes, the one and only Anne Widdecombe. You know, this ban on reform has one silver lining. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Anne Widdecombe. Yes, Bangor University students debating and political society has banned 2 members of Reform UK, including the democratically elected MP Sarah Potchin, from having a question and answer session with its students. It is, of course, grossly anti-democratic, not least because Wales elects its Senate in a few months' time. Reform will be fielding candidates, and therefore voters, whether young or old, need to hear the different prospectuses. The reason given are spurious. A spokesperson said, "We have zero tolerance for any form of racism, transphobia or homophobia displayed by members of Reform UK. It is difficult to accuse a political party of racism and homophobia whose last chairman was of immigrant stock and whose present one is a homosexual. As for transphobic, protecting women and making their spaces safe in quite the same thing. Yet this same society proudly proclaims itself the home for students to challenge ideas, explore diverse perspectives and master the art of persuasion. Diverse meaning those ideas you agree with, presumably." Zahawi threatens to defund the university when reform becomes the government, which is fair enough when the university authorities simply whimper that the student societies are independent and on that basis refuse to address their issues. But in reality, all it needs is for this same law that already applies to England to be replicated in both theory and practice in Wales, so that universities cannot shrug off responsibility. So let us take a look at the differences. The law obliging universities to guarantee free speech was introduced by the Tories in 2023 and amended by the current government in 2025. But England and Wales have different regulatory frameworks. One of the key differences is that in England, implementation is based on rules and enforcement by the Office for Students, the OFS, with fines for non-compliance. In Wales, the approach by MEDR, the Commission for Tertiary Education, relies on a collaborative and strategic approach aiming for trust. The OFS has a duty to promote free speech and academic freedom, while MEDR merely has to take into account the importance of protecting academic freedom. OFS has direct regulatory authority over student unions, but in Wales, student unions remain largely outside. Zahawi threatens to defund the university when reform becomes the government, which is fair enough when the university authorities simply whimper that the student societies are independent and on that basis refuse to address their issues. But in reality, all it needs is for this same law that already applies to England to be replicated in both theory and practice in Wales, so that universities cannot shrug off responsibility. So let us take a look at the differences. The law obliging universities to guarantee free speech was introduced by the Tories in 2023 and amended by the current government in 2025. But England and Wales have different regulatory frameworks. One of the key differences is that In England, implementation is based on rules and enforcement by the Office for Students, the OFS, with fines for non-compliance. In Wales, the approach by MEDR, the Commission for Tertiary Education, relies on a collaborative and strategic approach aiming for trust. The OFS has a duty to promote free speech, MEDR's regulatory remit. Those are just some of the differences, which explains why Bangor University can't afford to shrug, impose fines and make them stiff enough. Make them stiff enough. Well, that sounds a bit pervy. But anyway, do continue, Granny Waddlebottom.
I hope I make my handsome hunky scouse lad Graham from the Power to the People channel stiff. I bet he has a big stiffy getting aroused by my stunning beauty, my womanly body, which is all his. All my love yours forever, Granny Waddlebottom, and her dancing dentures.
So can it happen in England, and they might wake up? Yet I have never understood why the 2023 or 2025 Act should be applied just to universities, rather than more broadly to public bodies in general or in another organisation which receive public funding. That might take care of cancellations, a fate endured by many as often on the basis of what they haven't said as on what they have. An incoming reform government must address the wider issue of free speech and assist on a universal application, not just to specific institutions. Of course, in a free society, private, self-funding associations devoted to a particular aim are entitled to be selective about their members and speakers. But once an organisation is open to all or funded by the public, the real democracy must prevail. Thank you. No cats were harmed in this section. So yes, as we all know, the deform, let's just say they are making hay on freedom of speech while the fire is hot, you could say.
Thank you, the Frolicer in chief, the one, the only, a true legend, that is Mr. Daily Blasé, for coming in and taking over the Larry News studio and bringing us your very sharp and insightful version of events. Thank you, Darren, Mr. Daily Blasé, for brightening up our Friday nights. Well, folks, if you enjoyed this video, then not only are you lovely people, but you also have great taste, and you should also subscribe to the Two Davies for news and politics from a very Scottish perspective, and that rantastic Mr. McGuinness. You should also subscribe to Mr. Daily Blasé's channel for merriment, mischief, and the Friday frolics. Cue growling cat.
Good evening, my friends. Turn that up. Let's turn that. Is that much better? Do apologise there with my dodgy voice there. It sounded a bit low. That's my fault. All sorted. And hello and welcome to the Friday Frolic, where we take a break from all the shit that's going on in the world and just have a good giggle and laugh at those who are in the corridors of power, hope and unfortunately still around. But anyway, we'll get to that later on. Let's have a look at who's in the chat. Hello, Billy Kershaw. I love Dazzler. How are you, my friend? And the one, the only, the fantastic Alistair. How are you, my friend? The man who never sleeps, the man who's who's keeping the chats in every live stream around the world in check and taking no shite from any trouble causers or any trolls. Hello, Alistair. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. And hello, Ellie Butterfly Effects. How are you? Yeah, hi, Surf's friend. Yes, he's the bold one. And if you're not sure what we're on about there, then you probably didn't watch the excellent Witchy Goths live stream earlier on today. And if you've not subscribed to the Witchy Goths channel, absolutely brilliant, incredibly informative, and she did an excellent live stream talking about the dangers of allowing reform into do away with the Equalities Act. And if you're not sure what that is about, maybe you should go back and watch that live stream, because if you're thinking of voting reform and you're a woman or a member of the trans community and or any not second-class citizen, I'll rephrase it, or member of minorities, you will be treated even worse than second-class citizens also. And if you're on the welfare and you're thinking of voting reform because you like the cut of his jib, you know, that cigarette beer swilling populist called Nigel Foghorn of Ignorance, I should think you should check the Witchy Goths excellent live stream, and also have a check of reality as well. But anyway, good evening, Ellie Butterfly Effect. How are you? And also, if you've not subscribed to the Two Davis channel, the one and the only David McGuinness is the one part of the excellent Two Davis, you know, where they do fantastic live streams where they talk all about everything political, about from a Scottish perspective. And if anybody steps out of line in the chat, won't be tied. You'll get an absolute fantastic, rantastic rant from the legend that is Dave McGuinness, and you'll be certainly put in your place and put on the naughty step for spreading disinformation. And my bloody phone is talking to me. Give me a quick minute. I just need to turn my turned my volume off. Just got a new phone because my old one's been about 3-4 years old, and it's only got about 32 gigabytes of RAM. Is that what you call it, or memory? And it's pretty much full, and it takes an age just to turn the page. You know what I mean? So slow. It's even I could turn quicker than my mobile phone, and I could barely move as it is. But anyway, but please like and go and subscribe to the Two Davis channel. They do an excellent live stream, all from a Scottish perspective. And hello, Tommy Lee Cannon. How are you, my friend? Hi, everyone. Else got the window open and it's not freezing. Fucking love it. Yes, I have to say. Now, usually I'm wearing my Friday Frolic tit for tat, wherever it is. I put it down somewhere, and a story of my life, I've lost it. Usually wear it, but I was sweating like a swamp donkey. I thought, nah, I'll take it off. Hello, Francis Winrow. How are you? Good evening, my friend. And should I go for a pint after work? Got an excellent little bit of a clip for you guys later on. Now, just get the tinnies in. Yes, that might be a good idea. Sit back, enjoy a couple of tinnies. I'm gonna have a couple myself after today, and just chill out. Hello, Bumberclat. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. And hello, peeps. Hello, my lovely daughter. I hope you are very, very well. Good to see you. And hello, SG. How are you? SGCV3SC/AKA/CG. I'm not going to ask what that means, and it looks incredibly complicated. And And hello, the legend that is, and that is the witchy goth. Same from my phone. How are you? Yeah, I know. Mine's you. Usually when I've got my live stream out, I could just go top button with my old phone and just turn the volume off. But no, not this one. It's more hard work, so I've just turned the volume off completely. But there we have the legend that is the witchy goth. I have to say, you give me a bit of a brainstorming idea with your excellent live stream about the Equalities Act. Maybe I might have to do a bit of a interesting video myself, as it really does open your eyes, doesn't it? And I think anybody who are a minority, if you're in the trans community or gay community, as well as on the welfare, if you think voting for reform and is the best thing for you, all I will say is you need to have a word with yourself. Also watch the Witchy Goth's excellent live stream that she had this afternoon, because what you'll be losing will absolutely shock you. But you'll still vote for reform though, won't you? Because you're all idiots. And we have the other legend that is in the chat. That is the one, the only Sir Larry the Cat. Big round of applause for the Gammon News the video that you saw earlier on. I don't know how he does it. I can't get my head around all that sort of stuff. But he makes an excellent video, and I can say thank you very much for that, Sir Larry. Also got a lovely little excerpt just for you, and we'll get to that later on. Who's now keeping an eye on the squatters in number 10 and 11. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. Hello, JD. How are you? I'm trying to think of any reform policy that is beneficial to most of the UK population. Well, most often than not, anybody who waffles on about reform, I usually say to them, well, can you give me 5 policies you like without any of them being anything to do with immigration? And they, more often than not, they'll say, oh, my mate's over there. I'll see you later. And he tells you everything you need to know. And, yes. Cheers for that, Alistair. Yeah, the 2 Davis is in there. Is in the 2 Davis's link is in there. And bit of a weird question, but what's your plan of action with the head? Do you use electric or manual? I normally just a blade 0 at the bar. I just get my wife to do it. My wife, she's got the share of things. I usually say, can I have it, just a little bit off the sides, a little bit off here, keep me fringe, because I want to keep me lovely locks flowing. Then she looks at me and says, shut up, you idiot, I'm skinning you. Then I'll just sit there, not very happy. And hello, wake up and smell the roseberries. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. And we have the one, the only, who got his little bit of a advertisement in the original video. The one, the only, power to the people, Graham Price. How are you, my friend? Yes, if you've not subscribed to Graham Price's channel, you're always in for a good giggle, even when it comes to 5 reasons why so-and-so is a complete and utter twat. Hello, Stephanie. How are you? No, Stephen Lee. Sorry about that. I do apologise. From this distance, my pins are not the best. So, how are you? Love your satire, sure. Only Dave and I get that. Yes, but good evening, and I have a feeling we are Oh, just at the end there. Yes. Hello, Counter Kev. How are you, my friend? And cheers for that. Cheers for that link there. There's all the links. Hopefully, all the links are for those who've got YouTube channels are in the chat. So go over there and subscribe to them. They do fantastic stuff. I was thinking I should get married since I joined the club. Always remember he being bald. See Stone Cold Steve Austin, for example. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yes. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. I nearly said DB says so, but it don't quite have the same ring, does it? all that's missing now is about 7 or 8 cans of beer, and I'll just crack them on, just throw them all over me, and throw it all over, then knacker up my laptop, and then the live stream's done. Hey, quite right, Alistair. Enjoy the chuckles, and we certainly will be. Exactly, chuckle time, and let's get on with the chuckles. And yes, I need to catch up with your 5 Reasons series. I've been so busy. Oh, you certainly must do, because our Graham Price, he does some excellent 5 Reasons why this right-wing mothball is a complete and utter twat. Steve Austin has an unfair advantage by being bionic. Yes. Yes. So, what's this? As I must have missed that wake up and smell the rosaries. I'm sorry, but my heart is broken. All I will say is, don't want to depress you. It's all right, no worries. I'm a bit weepy. Lost my son not long ago. I'm so sorry. So sorry for your loss. Wake up and smell the rosaries. I do send me and everybody here send you our deepest love and condolences, and so sorry for your loss, and plenty of big hugs in the chat for our wake up and smell the rosemaries, and hopefully I will try to give you an hour or two of maybe raise a smile, but if not, we're all thinking about you, my friend. But anyway, let's crack on with the show. My God, 15 minutes have already gone. Right, let's crack on, because let's start off with the latest scandal that is hitting London. Yes, as the right wing are now in the throes of reminding everybody that you cannot walk out on the streets of London without either being looked at funny or maybe having your whatever being stolen, or you've been kidnapped and sold to a whatever whatever slave trade, wherever, because London is a horrendously, really, could say a horrendous, yes, a horrendous, unsafe place. Do you remember this interview? It's just gone a bit haywire. There we go, we're cooking on. Yes, we'll just have a little gentle reminder of this interview. Yes, we have a new danger that's sweeping the capital city. Take it away, Warm Horses, Nadim Zahawi.
Do you feel safe in London?
No, I've got to tell you.
And for your children?
Yesterday, I walked from my home in one of the most
Well-heeled.
upmarket,
Well-heeled,
you can call it,
yeah.
areas of London, and an individual walked past me. I literally walked off the pavement into the middle of the road, kept a very close eye at 8 a.m., right, to see whether...
What was this individual? Did he appear to be drunk? Did he appear to be aggressive?
He just looked at, like, he hadn't slept for, a week, and...
Yes, that's the new thing that's absolutely, yes, exactly, thick Ferrari. That's the new danger that's hitting the capital city. Watch out for people who are not slept for a week.
And just looked like somebody that might be violent. I don't know. But I just walked away from the pavement to walk, and I'm a big guy. Right?
Yes, you are.
And I don't feel safe that my 13-year-old can walk in London. That can't be right.
Do you feel safe in London?
Exactly. That
No,
cannot be
I
right.
don't-
People walking around absolutely shattered for whatever reason. Now, as you can tell, we now have a Friday Frolic exclusive because we got our crack journalists onto the case, and we managed to get in contact with the Metropolitan Police, and they give us a statement. Yes, a statement of this horrendous incident that big boy Nadim Zahawi had to deal with. Yes, this yes, this is the Met Police with their statement.
On the morning of Thursday, February 12th at approximately 8 a.m. in the upmarket London area of Belgravia, Mr. Nadim Zahawi was subjected to a terrifying ordeal of having to walk past a man who looked a bit tired. Mr. Zahawi, who naturally feared for his safety, was forced to walk into the road to avoid this individual who we have reason to believe may well be working class. Specialist officers are currently working to support Mr. Zahawi at this difficult time, and we are appealing for any witnesses to please come forward, as well as for any dashcam footage members of the public may have of the incident. We would also ask the public, do not approach this tired-looking man, but instead please call 999 immediately. And can I just assure members of the public that these sorts of incidents are rare, and there will be an increased police presence in the area to reassure the public. As you can imagine, Mr. Zahawi has been deeply disturbed by this horrific encounter, which left him shaking like a horse that is not kept in a taxpayer-funded, heated stable.
Yes, and when it comes to that kind of conditions, our Nadim Zahawi would know. But do continue, Metropolitan Police.
And after his shocking experience of having to walk past a man who looked a bit tired, this tax-dodging scaredy-cat snowflake has also called for the army to be sent into London. Yes, really. I give up. I give up.
Yes, I know the feeling. Yes, I would give up as well. Yes, what an awful ordeal for Mr. Warm Horses. Had to walk past a tired-looking working class man in Belgrave. Yes. Nearly. Yes, I know what you mean. Yes. Damn it, I'll be worse nightmares. I struggle to sleep a lot. Yes, my wife isn't the best sleeper either. So if he was walking towards you and me mum, especially mum, if she's a bit cranky, I would walk to the other side of the road as well. Yes. Exactly. Now when he said big guy, and it was a great, exactly butterfly effect. Oh, is the Bin podcast streaming as well? Go and subscribe to them as well if you've not subscribed, because they do some excellent live streams with all everything political from across the pond, where everything's gone mad and mental. Sarah Potcher. Wake up and smell the rot. Say I love you. No, on the next. Yeah. That. Look at me the wrong way. Focus on me. Yes. Grandma, I've seen some of them. Yes. But yeah, I do suggest you do watch them. They're absolutely brilliant. My God, it is worse than we thought, my friends. Yes, Tommy Lee Cadden went to London last week, was double teamed by two guys. Were they tired at the time? Were they working class? Looked like they'd done a 12-hour shift in an alleyway. Then one guy stole my phone and the other covered me in petrol and set me alight whilst Keir Starmer just watched. Typical. Two-tier Keir. Yes. Doesn't care. He's allowing this country to turn from rack and ruin, because as soon as his arse cheeks touched the seat in number 10, that was it. The country went to ruin. Nothing to do with the last 14 years of... It's all nothing to do with the last 14 years of Tory rule and gruel and austerity. It's all gone Pete Tong over there. You're not wrong. But another exclusive. Our daring reporters, the Friday Frolic reporters, they not only managed to get an exclusive with the Metropolitan Police on this really, really, really severe incident. They managed to track down this tired, absolutely shattered-looking man that really, really put at odds to our Warm Horses Nadim Zahawi. And he decided to tell us his account of the story. Take it away, Mr. Tired Man. Yes, take it away, Mr. Tired Man.
Here's a weird one. I've just got home. I work the night shift, part of the maintenance crew at the Millennium Hotel in Knightsbridge. I just worked a double shift. We got people off sick. And I was walking through Belgravia on my way to Sloane Square to get the train to go home. And it's about 8 a.m. Anyway, I was walking along in Belgravia. I was knackered, just looking forward to getting home, going to bed after, like I say, doing a double shift. Suddenly, a skinhead appears out of nowhere, walking towards me and staring at me. He's really sort of glaring at me like that. I thought, well, I'm going to have some trouble here, aren't I? So we're walking along, we're gradually getting closer. He's still staring at me. I think I'm going to, is he going to try and barge into me and nick my phone or something? So, I keep an eye on him. But as we get right up close, we're just about to, meet, and he suddenly swerves out into the middle of the road, walks out into the middle of the road, car slams on its brakes, pick up bibbing air horns and shouting at him. He's completely oblivious, still staring at me. I don't know if he was on drugs or something. But anyway, and he just carried on walking down the middle of the road. I thought, this is 8 a.m. in Belgravia, like a posh area of London. I don't feel safe walking the streets of London, even at 8 a.m. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I get home. Right, I've only been in a few minutes. I thought I'd do this. I get home, and there's a reform leaflet on my doormat. And I picked it up and looked, and I couldn't believe it. On the leaflet is a picture of Farage, and next to him is the skinhead. It was Nadim Zahawi. I mean, I should have recognised him. The way he swerved to avoid me, it was like I was Tax.
Yes, understandable. He might have... Yes. The way he swerved him is like tax. Yeah, yes, and you know how Nadim Zahawi, he's rather he adverse to he does have a fear of tax, doesn't he? Doesn't like paying for it. Exactly, wake up and smell the rosemary is a real threat. Yes, a skinhead. But yes, Pandov is going to do a press conference, a half hour or so, and Bin Podcast will live stream it. So waiting for this. Oh, is there something interesting happening over in America? Last time I went to London, I was murdered 32 times and had 12 phones stolen before I left Euston Station. Told you, it's an absolute absolute, you could say it's absolutely dangerous out there. It's pretty much warfare out there in London. You cannot step out of your door. If you step 1 foot out the door, your shoe is nicked straight away. No messing. And even with your socks on. And if you put both feet out there, shoes, socks, and your pants. Look what happened to Peter Mandelson. He had his pants nicked. And somebody took a picture of it. Did Batman Bob chuck you? Check you had a ticket. Exactly. We were accosted by Batman Bob as you were wandering around Euston Station. Well, all I will say is wake up and smell the rosemary. Hopefully we can give you an hour or two of distraction. But yeah, I have to say, when I listened to that conversation, and strangely enough, in about half an hour, I've got a video out. I've not had much out today because other things are happening in my life. But anyway, I managed to get one video out about the situation with a conversation with a guy who absolutely tore a strip off the likes of Jim Ratcliffe and this clown Nadim Zahawi. Absolutely hilarious. I do apologise for that horrible noise. Not my fault. But yes, so I do have a video out about. So I'll hopefully go and watch it sometime tonight. But anyway, yeah, as I say, I've not had much out because live. But I had a weird experience on Tuesday night after the football where, watch the football, we managed to win 1-0, and usually after the game we'll go to pub just round corner, wait for traffic to die, and then we'll get a taxi home. Well, what basically we got talking, and somebody says, "Have you got a podcast?" I went, maybe. He says, well, you either have or you know. And I said, well, he's got a YouTube channel. Yeah, that's where I've seen him before. So he basically says, next time you're doing something, say hello, Macca. So that's what I did. I went, hello, Macca. But yeah, what I find hilariously funny about Nadim Zahawi, it just shows you that there's a slight difference between. Now, I don't know how racist Nadim Zahawi is, but clearly would I say is as racist as the mad racist, anti-Semite and xenophobic Nigel Farage? I have a feeling probably not. And when it comes to saying all that stuff, Nigel Farage, it's as easy as slicing bread. But yeah, exactly, Sir Larry. Ratty Ratcliffe, another tax dodger. Whereas you could see the panic in his eyes when he says, well, when Thick Ferrari says, well, what was he doing? He just looked tired. He'd be sat there thinking, why is it Nigel Farage finds it easy, whereas I'm struggling. I'm really, really struggling. But all I will say is, I have a bit of advice for Mr. Zahawi. If Mr. Nadim Warmhorse Zahawi is struggling, doesn't want to be harassed by people in the street, maybe he should get a herd of llamas.
A herd of crime-fighting llamas in England just detained a thief in their field until authorities arrived. The llamas in question belonged to Heidi and Graham, who took them in after a farm closure left them facing euthanasia. Having no prior llama experience, Heidi joined the British Llama Society, and she ended up completely falling in love with llamas, which is a good thing because there was one undercover male in the bunch and the herd ended up growing unexpectedly. And a little over a week ago, a man stole tobacco from a nearby woman and made the bold strategic decision to flee through this field of 8 neighborhood watch llamas. The llamas, with their apparently very strong sense of justice, immediately formed a circle around him and started sounding the llama alarm call, which, if you've never been around particularly alarmed llamas, sounds like this.
Yes, so if he was worried about this very tired man, he should have got a circle of llamas around him to make this noise.
The thief had chosen to run through the llama field at dusk, which was unfortunate for him, because llamas get especially protective in the evening. Graham ran outside to find the man standing completely still in the middle of the llama forcement circle, looking quite alarmed himself. After authorities arrived, the llamas seemed very satisfied with themselves for their citizen's arrest, and Heidi noted that they did not spit on anyone throughout the encounter, maintaining professionalism and good manners even when faced with adversity. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day.
Yes, exactly. So if Nadim Zahawi feels a little bit threatened on the streets, that's what he should do. Maybe he should get a team of llamas as security guards, to protect him. I know what you mean, Dave McGuinness. Yeah, it's a bit weird when someone recognises you on the street. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's only happened to me once before because I went out with a friend and as I was, after we finished, they'd gone home because they were going to go to work the next day. And I went to go catch the bus. And so when I went to a bus stop, I was just looking at the time, because it was a Sunday service. And across road, there were a pub called the Corn Dolly. I've been in there a few times. Absolute gorgeous pint of Victoria. Mwah! Well, anyway, I was at the bus stop, and two guys walked out of the Corn Dolly, and I'm just checking the time. Anyway, one guy crossed the road, and I think, he must be going to wait for a bus. And he went, "Excuse me, have you got a YouTube channel?" I went, "Yeah." He says, "Are you Daily Blasé?" And I went, "Yeah." And he went, "Oh, I love your channel. It's brilliant." So next thing he says, "Well, we're off to Hare and Hounds in a taxi. Do you want to come with us? I'll buy you a pint." I went, "Well, you don't need to invite me more than once." So I waltzed in there and had a pint in Madry or whatever it was in there. I can't remember what it was, and had a chat. Then his mate, it soon realised his mate were a Tommy 10 Names fan. I thought, all right then. Sup up, see you later, off. No, they were both nice, actually. And because I had all intentions of going home not long after that anyway. So I bought them a beer and then got myself a taxi home. But yeah, they were cracking. I just thought, I still find it fascinating why anybody thinks that Tommy 10 Names is the hero of the working class. It certainly isn't. Exactly. Power to the people. It was ex-farmers llama drama. Exactly. Team of llamas have Nepal qualified. Nepal qualified for Cup. Exactly. Calling the llama squad. Get on it, Mr. Warm Horses. Exactly. Why doesn't he take the horse to work? After all, they are good runners. Exactly, Stephen Lee. Totally agree. Yes. It's happened to me twice, once in Runcorn and once in Liverpool city centre. Thankfully, both were good experiences. Yeah, it's happened to me twice, and it's been good experience. But it's just weird because when in the field that we do, you don't know how people are going to react. Yes, but yes, if that's what exactly Tommy of the many names of scamming from Spain now needs his help paying for his smash burgers. Yes, yeah, exactly. Wake up and smell the rosemary. He's in America, not far enough away. Yeah, totally agree. And I found it funny when he says that ISIS are after him. So everything's got me hush hush as he's live streaming under a sign that says Alicante Airport. That was hilarious. You fucking donut. But Mindshare his fans are not the most intelligent lot, are they, really? But anyway, here's a little something for a little bit of light relief. I've been on Crime Watch photo fits a few times, but keep stum. Exactly, Counter Kev. Hello, Kevin lad. Hello, how are you, my friend? Yes, exactly, Kevin lad. Yeah, poor Tommy. Yeah, we should show sympathy with him, because having to be forced to take holidays against his own free will, disgraceful. I think we're a little bit too harsh on him. You do know it's not that easy, taking 2 6-month holidays every year. But anyway, here's something that I think my dear friends up in Scotland will appreciate, because the one thing we all love is humour, and I found this little bit of clip that just made me chuckle. It's a bit of Scottish humour and has a bit of light relief. What does an average Scotsman have for lunch? So what does a average Scotsman have for lunch? Is it bully beef? Is it salmon paste? Or is it the old favourite crisp salt and vinegar crisp butter? Is it or possibly even corn? I just said bully beef. Roast ham, curdled ham. Those 5-star hotels can really get you down, political Tommy. Yes. Yes. The few I know won't talk to me about politics anymore, because I always make him look a bit dim with a few 10-second Google searches. Yeah, well, it's not hard. But yes, is it just, or do you just go for the old fried pizza and Mars bar? Yeah, you could even go for that. Or is it just plain simple cheese sandwich?
What have you got in your sandwiches? Cheese. You? Cheese. Stevie. Cheese. What you got, David? Cheese baguette.
Sorry about that. That was a bit loud. I will restart that.
What have you got in your sandwiches? Cheese. You? Cheese. Stevie. Cheese. What you got, David? Cheese baguette.
Yes, a cheese baguette. Yes. Clearly, cheese sandwiches, that's a man's sandwich, but on a baguette, far too much.
Cheese baguette! Don't forget to pack your baguette!
Sorry, a baguette.
Look at David and my cheese baguette. Taxi to Paris for Le Baguette.
Yes. Yes, so if you're working on a building site in in Scotland, make sure you don't pack a cheese baguette, or else you'll never live it down. That poor chap will never live the fact that he packed a cheese. Oh, hope to God it wasn't his mother that packed him that cheese baguette. Yes, posh lad with the baguette. Yes. When I saw that, I thought I'll add that one because I know it do have a fair few people up in Scotland. Speaking of Scotland, we're heading up in May the 11th, heading up to I think it's around Falkirk. I've forgotten the name of the place now. I'm terrible with my names and places. But as I say, I'll let you know when the time comes. So looking forward to that. 4 days in Scotland. Cannot wait. Baguette followed by French fancy bicky. When you get your bicky, pinky out, custard cream. Yes. Yes. But anyway, what happened last week? Yes. It was what happened on Saturday. Last Saturday. It was a special day. The one for all the lovers. All you lovers out there. And let's go find out. Let's go find out. What did the most... I'll get this a bit further back because I keep hitting it. What did the most powerful man and his wife do on Valentine's Day? Did they share a romantic clinch, a romantic meal? Did they whisper sweet nothings in their ear, in each other's ear, to tell their undying love? Well, or love for each other, or was Malaria wearing her anti-Trump hat? Let's go and find out. Yes.
Love and marriage.
Take it didn't go that well then. Not very romantic, but well, unfortunately, he wasn't blowing kisses at Malaria while she's wearing her anti-Trump hat. No, he was blowing raspberries at her. But that seems legit. Yeah, you're not wrong. Certainly does seem legit. But somebody else had a romantic evening. Yes, exactly. God, I said, oh no, stinky. My English cousin owes me money over the rugby. Said Scotland had no chance of victory. Sweet. Yes, I know the feeling. Do you know? Because like I don't usually do anything like this. It's not really my thing because usually it comes to bite you on the backside. But on Monday night, a certain friend of ours, he's a Stockport fan. I have a funny feeling he probably will not be in. And if he is, he might be lurking by not saying anything. But he sent me a bit of a picture on Discord, showing a picture of somebody in a Stockport shirt tucking into a bantam, as a Sunday roast, getting ready for. Are you getting ready for them? Now I knew it was going to be a tough game. Well, the thing is, Tuesday night we ended up winning 1-0, and to make matters worse, the guy who scored the goal was an ex-Stockport player. And to make matters worse, on the game at their ground, we won 2-1, and the same player scored the winner. So let's be honest, he's been the scourge of Stockport County. Well, after the game, my wife had picked up a couple of pictures. I thought, I'll send one or two. just a bit of a wind up. And I just thought, like as you say, wake up and smell the rosemary. Victory is sweet, and it was made even sweeter. I also said to him, I says, if you're missing a striker on Saturday, just come back to Valley Parade. You'll probably still find him in Curtis Tilt's pocket. But anyway, back to the Friday frolic, because somebody else had a bit of a romantic meal. It had a lovely romantic meal. Yes. Hello, Sarah Davis. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. Yes, a certain member of the Trump administration. She had a romantic meal. I wonder how well it went.
Hello.
Are you okay? Where have you been?
Well, first, since I agreed to be your Valentine's date, I have done more.
I was just wondering.
Excuse me! I will show up when I want to show up!
It's been 2 hours.
No, I am not 2 hours late. You have timed arrangement syndrome.
Could you have sent a text?
The Dow is over 50,000, and how about you thank me for getting you this Valentine's card?
Yes, he should be grateful. The Dow is up 50,000, and look at that heavily redacted Valentine's card.
I've been waiting for you to apologize for your loser search history.
You've been spying on my search history?
Don't you ever accuse me of spying on you. You're just a loser lawyer.
I'm a banker.
Yes, that's what I said. A loser banker.
Do you have files on guys you're dating?
You never accuse me of having multiple dates on Valentine's Day just so I can get free breadsticks. Waiter, I need more ice. You're not even a real boyfriend. I am not gonna get in the gutter of your theatrics. Can never have enough ice.
Exactly. You can never have enough ice. That is for certain. And to say that, if you're struggling for more ice, well, go meet our dear friend here, because she's going to show you how to make more ice from scratch. I meant ice agents.
To prove that I have black friends, I invited my coworker Keisha.
It's Lauren.
To help me make an ice agent from scratch.
In a large bowl, start with a cup of racism. Gently fold in generations of colorism. Then sprinkle in homophobia, transphobia, and agoraphobia to taste. Don't worry about overdoing it. We season things here. Then you'll want to add the tears of their hard-praying grandmother, a big dollop of back sweat from their white wife, and the...
I do think they need to speak up, though. What's up with all the whispering? No need to whisper. You can speak up. But
essence of heartbreak from the times their dad left. Before you mix, you need to remove the female juices. You don't need a king. Don't worry if you don't have deodorant, a car, or a diploma. This recipe only works without those things. Cover it with the blue wall of silence and let it sit through all of their white friends saying the N-word. You'll know they're ready once they start defending those white friends on Facebook. Oop. Don't worry if it still looks black. According to 23andMe, it's 1% Nordic.
And there you have your black ice agent from scratch. Thank you, LaToya. It's my turn to listen.
yes. Does the card roses are redacted, violets are redacted? Very much so. And I wonder how many times in that card Donald Trump was mentioned. Probably more times than Harry Potter was in all the books that was written. And a nice redacted Jeffy card, yes. Is this a hormonal thing? No, I don't know about that, my friend, but yes. Got to fold with the steely and prevent curdling. Exactly. Totally and utterly agree. But anyway, let's just say, but now we're living in a world where if if you're if you're in trouble and you're being hunted or you are being trying to be trapped or anything like that, you can now have an excuse. Isn't J.K. Rowling lovely? Maybe not. No, probably not. It's just like remember that film Jaws, where that rather large, aggressive fish in the sea was killing all the people in Amityville, and they sent out Quint to kill the shark. Well, the shark did have an excuse.
Slow ahead. I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this shit.
The Dow is over 50,000 right now.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yes, exactly. You're going to need a bigger boat. And also, so spare a thought for the Bruce. Was that the name of the shark? Bruce was totally justified in all its attacks because the Dow was up 50,000. So, and also, when it comes to just imagine you're in a relationship and you find out that your other half has been cheating. Let's just say that they now have an excuse for cheating.
Hey, baby. No, hey, baby. So I know you're cheating on me. Mm-hmm.
The Dow is at 50,000.
Exactly. That's all you need to say now. It's a little bit like me if I say, "Look, my darling, I'm going for a pint. Won't be long." Then 5 hours later, fall through the door, get that look, and my wife says, "I thought you were going for a pint. Where the hell have you been?" "Oh, the Dow is up 50,000. I won't put my finger to her lip because that'll be pushing it, But yes, that's all you need to know. Blood in the water now that no one seems to notice. We're gonna need a bigger vote in the midterms. You're not wrong, but yes, if you're being caught cheating, that's all you need to say.
Okay, so I saw the text in your phone.
S&P, 7,000. Have you thought about that?
Haven't thought about that. Too busy thinking about you cheating on me.
Okay, so the stock market is kind of the best it's ever been. And I want to remind you to the first point that the Dow is at 50,000. The Dow!
Don't care about that, actually.
The Dow.
Yeah, and I don't even think you know what that means, actually.
Well, it's the Dow.
Mm-hmm. The Dow.
Yes, so if you've been caught doing something you shouldn't have been doing, just remember to say, the Dow is up 50,000. And then talk about the stock market. No, like gaslighting. And if you're a man, just don't put your finger to her lips because you're liable to lose your finger and probably a punch in the face as well. If the Dow is up 25,000, is that a semi asking for a friend? The Dow. Yes, that's what I'll try that next time I'm up shit creek. Relationship, what's that? Well, I always say never say never. That was very realistic. You certainly were, wasn't it? But yes, that was Rosemary's from this Yellow Pages. I saw a bit of I did see a bit of a picture of a J.R. Hartley talking about the same thing. Can't quite remember what it was, but it did make me chuckle at the time. Yes, the reason I'm bigger than the thoroughbred stallion is because the Dow is up 50,000. So true, JD. So true. Bye for now. Back to work for me. No worries, Calvin lad. If we don't hear back from you, not a problem, my dear friend. Have a lovely weekend, and thanks for stopping by. Never say never. Nah, I'm keeping my peace. Ah, well, they always say that, but you never know. There's always somebody to steal your heart away. I always say never say never. So that's all you need to do. Also, you can always say if somebody's trying to steal your heart away, and you'd think there's more chance of you drinking vinegar or something because not your type. If they're giving you out and if they're trying to ask you out, just pause, my lovely daughter, and say, the Dow is up by 50,000. You should concentrate on the stock markets and then move quietly out the room. No sudden jerky movements. Just smile and wave as you leave the room and then lock the door and run away. But anyway, that was how the Dow was. That's what you need to do now when it comes to the Dow. Now, this is a little bit of a old clip. When we've been out, we've all met friends like these, haven't we? You know, these sorts of people who, let's just say, they have a fear of paying for a round.
That's the way I heard it. I'm empty. Whose round is it?
Not me, I just got in.
I got in the one before that. It must be your turn, Phil.
No, it's not. No, I've got a first round.
It's your turn, Andy.
Oh, right. I just got to go to the loo, lads, all right? I'll get me when I come back. All right.
A night out with the lads is a nightmare for Andy Simpson because Andy is one of those unfortunates who suffers from my-rounder-phobia, the fear of buying a round of drinks. Dave, Andy's best friend, takes up the story.
Well, first of all, Andy used to say he'd left his wallet at home, or he'd suddenly remember he'd left the oven on, you know, things like that. Then the excuses started to get really silly, like the time he faked a heart attack.
I'll get it. Ah! Oh, God, he must be serious. He's touching his arm.
No, he's clutching his wallet.
Oh, God!
Time, gentlemen.
I don't know.
Time, gentlemen, please. Time, gentlemen, please.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, sorry, lads. I'll be all right, but, you know, when I was in the toilet, I was beaten unconscious by these 10 blokes in there. Anyway, what are you having?
It's gone time, Andy.
Really? What, you winding me up?
No.
Oh, look, sorry, lads. Look, I'll get them in tomorrow, all right? Oh, don't be like that.
Andy knows he has a problem. He seeks help in group therapy, a monthly session set up to help those who can't bring themselves to buy a round. He feels out of place. All the others are TV producers.
My name's Andy. I'm my-rounder-phobic.
Yes, how many people have we met on a night out who are like that, you know, who do have a phobia of putting their hand in their pocket and buying around.
Well done. Now, do you think you could read out these words on the board?
I'll do it in a minute. I've just got to go to the toilet.
6 months later, and the therapy seems to have worked. Andy and his mates are in the pub, and now it's the moment of truth.
Forget about the Polaroid, that's all right.
Hello, lads. What are you having then? Yeah.
What?
Oh, no, come on, a minute. What do you want? Salt?
Yeah, pint of lager.
2 pints of lager, one of it, and a salt, please. Oh, and one for yourself, mate.
Thanks very much. Well, the treatment's obviously working.
Oh, yeah, 6 months ago, I'd never be able to order a round of drinks like that.
So now you're completely cured?
Yeah,
Right.
6:30. It's 6:30.
Oh, God, is that the time? Look, I've got to rush. I've got to pick the wine.
You're not married.
See ya.
All I will say is, how much? 6.30. It's nowadays. You won't get £6.30 for a round. You would struggle to get that in a pint. For a pint nowadays. We are the management, exactly. I totally agree. Yes. You know, it's an old show when they are talking about going to the pub 2 days in a row. Yes, them days are long gone. Yeah, exactly, Tommy Lee Cadden. £6.30 for 4 beers. Those were the days. You're not wrong. Absolutely, totally agree. You're not wrong there. You just don't see that thing, anything like that anymore. Because like when I went to City, I usually, if I've got time before the game, when we get into the ground, it was up here for a pint of Madrid. We're about, and I think we're about £6 then. Nearly £6. So nobody buys around in Bradford City, and no chance. Nobody. Oh, God. Nobody in the right mind would buy a beer. But anyway, yes, that was. We've all had them sort of friends, you know, who do have a difficulty buying a beer. Luckily, that's not me. Pissed for a tenner and change for a bag of chips on the way home. Yes, those were the days. The London cheesehead, did you see the news? This government are doing a good thing on Andrew, taking him out of line to be king. Is that what they're actually doing? Took Lewis to Liverpool and I was chatting away to taxi driver. I paid and called out the car. Lewis said us the Italian when he said Tara. Lewis said the Italian when he said Tara. Yes. Ah, yes. I'll just throw me off then. Ta-ra! Yes. £6. Would they rather you pay with cash rather than a Polish sea mollusk? But yeah, I always do remember the Hale and Pace. They were very, very good in the day. Very, very funny. But yeah, £6.30 for a round. Those were the days. But now, anyway, I think birthday wishes are in order. Because in the chat, we have a birthday boy. Yes. It's somebody's birthday. Yes, and to mark this special occasion, to mark this special occasion, yes, we have a glowing tribute to the one, the only, yes, Sir Larry. Yes, it's the other day. It was to mark 15 years since Sir Larry the Cat became first entered the hallways of Downing Street. The 19-year-old tabby, officially known as Chief Mouser, and chief droppage of presents in briefs and slippers, and harassing the Chancellor at number 11 to the Cabinet Office, often appears outside. So let's say happy birthday, Sir Larry. There he is. Unhand him. Unhand the fiend. Oh, you look so cute when you were so young, Sir Larry. So sweet, so innocent. Why are you covering him up? Yes. Why have they covered up the star of the show? Don't come to see a blue bag. There is a star of the show, our Sir Larry. Yes, making himself at home already. Yes, keeping an eye out for any dodgy people, like Nigel Farage. Yes. Keeping an eye out for the rats leaving the sinking ship, Brexit ship. Yes. No messing. Why are they harassing him? Yes. There he is. It was... Oops. Yes, it was Sir Larry's... 15 years since Sir Larry entered 10 Downing Street. Hans, that do can it be mild as your beer with mild green hairy lip squid. Sir Larry has been sniffing around the red box of the ginger tabby at number 10, number 11. So yes, that it was his birthday. Now we do want to know. We have heard it on good authority that our Sir Larry hit the tiles, hit the tiles with all his chums to celebrate this milestone, and we have a bit of rare footage of what he got up to, and yes, a party won't be a party. It won't be a party unless you get yourself into a bit of bother, and clearly you overdid it, didn't you, Sir Larry?
Evet, Rees-Mogg. Çarşı sırasında
yes.
Deli kalmışlardı.
Yes.
Alarmlar
Sir Larry
orada geliyor.
Tried to rob the local bank while out on the tiles. Yes, while out on the tiles, Sir Larry was broke into the bank, local bank, and let's just say that also he caused all sorts of trouble when he got home due to because clearly he wanted his own creature comforts, and made sure exactly Sarah Davis, cat burglar, and made sure that when he got home that none of his creature comforts was taken away. So this is what happened the day after. Yes, he wanted his own little fireplace, and for warmth and creature comforts. here or else. Yes, that's better. Yes. Yes, we know who's the master in number 10. And it's certainly not Sir Keir and his wife. That's for certain, isn't it? Yes. Yes. Get that fire on or else. Fire on now. Get that fire on now. That's better. Yeah, it's basically saying you know, wait. Yes, so Larry got his fire. Yes, so we know anti-cat discrimination, exactly. 15 years of putting up with these fucking squatters, exactly. They know what they need to do. Yeah, 15 years, so did David Cameron bring Sir Larry into the fold. Good knows. I know he brought a pig's head into the fold, didn't he? We do know that, but we won't go into that. We were just a distraction from austerity and Brexit. Yes. So yes, he after his birthday excursions, you can guarantee what happened while Sir Larry was out, while Sir Larry was away. The cats will play, won't they? Well. All I will say is, it went all to muck after, while he was out on the tiles and then recovering the next day. It was ran amok. You'll never guess what happened. Yes, the mice were all at play.
Oh shit!
Yes, it all went Pete on, you could say. Yes.
Here, can I? I hate you so much. Oh my.
Yes. Number 10 was.
Come on, clean up. What you doing?
Yes, it all went awry, you could say. So that's what basically happened. It all went awry. The mice was having a field day, you could say, because our Sir Larry was hitting the tiles quite hard, and the next day he wanted his creature comforts, you know, the fireplace, so he can leg out and chill out and relax. You get off me. So, how was the birthday then, Sir Larry? Did you and your mates really hit the town really hard? I've said yes. We had a serious rat infestation at our house last year. Those fuckers are smart and fast. Hate the little bastards. Yes, I know what you mean. To be honest, I have to say we've not really had much of a problem. We've had the odd, outside field mouse, come in, when it gets cold. But other than that, no, we've been fine, really. Sir Larry was brought in for mouse control. Lots of rats appear to have survived. Yes, yes, I say. But other than that, we've been we've been fine, actually. I know we've had the odd couple of rats that have popped into a garden. The thing is, where there's one, there's two. The only thing we've ever had is, the odd couple. Yeah, exactly, Tommy Lee Cadden. Every now and again, we might have the odd one or two, that got into the roof now and again from wherever they've got in, and you can hear them scuttling about. So, but a bit of poison and some mouse traps and stuff like that. We usually got rid of them, so no problems. 15 years of Chief Mouser, but those rats are a different thing altogether. You're not wrong, especially the ones that were in the Tory party. That's for certain. You can certainly say that, can't you? Oh dear. It's when it comes to stuff like running number 10, especially on your own, when you've got absolute complete fuck nuggets who are out and about and are in charge, that can be really taxing for Sir Larry. But anyway, let's bob on. Now, Sir Larry, get the claws out. Exactly. Wake up and smell the roseberries. Right. Now picture the scene. Now, really picture the scene. And imagine you are living. You living in wonderful sunny climate, and you're doing all right for yourself. You have your own swimming pool in the back garden, but come the where the weather can get really hot, you could be living in a country that may be possibly tornado season. Whenever it could be, tornado storms and are ready to hit the area, you need to get out. What's the worst thing that could possibly happen? Could it be that you are stuck in the middle of nowhere and there's nowhere for you to go and you just got to pray and hope? Or B, hello MTZ, how are you, my friend? Hope you're very well. Or B, you have a pair of very disobedient dogs who will not get in the house because they love the swimming pool far too much. And watch the strop at the start.
Get out of the pool!
See the slap as if say, no, I'm not getting out of the pool. Well, does it get any better?
Hey! Come on! Here he comes. Come here!
Yeah, I'm
Come
all
here,
right.
Mama.
Yes, I'm No. Wee!
Tornado
splashing. Tornadoes coming.
Are you coming? Are you coming?
Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm coming. Yes. No, I'm coming. Wee! Yes. They say dogs are man's best friend.
How's that going up?
No, we're going to carry on playing. Swimming pool.
No. Daddy, go inside.
Yes, we'll get a swimming pool in hot weather. We know when we can, with two Labrador dogs that don't listen to a word we can say. What could possibly go wrong?
No. Come on. No.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, can you imagine? That's when it comes to swimming pool and dogs, can't get them out. And I have to say, that made me chuckle. I love the little bit of a splash of the paw at the start saying, no, we're not going, not leaving. Sod it, we're going to play in the pool. Oh dear, because I just say, when it comes to, why don't you just tempt them with food or something, with some dog food or something. Would that work? I don't know, but them dogs who were not having a bat of it, well, they were not going to have any of it. No, we're going to play in the pool, no matter what the weather, even if it's taming it down. That was just hilarious. But yes, so as I say, that was something for my daughter when it comes to the furry humans and the normal humans. Give her a furry human, and she Scrotum and the Tariffs is a new grunge band. Yes, exactly. I did see with avid interest at the start. I'm not really read too much into it. That whatever they call them, I've forgotten the place. They've basically said, no, we're not having any more of them ridiculous tariffs. Voted against them. Hello, Gordon. How are you? And lentil soup tonight. Is it homemade or is it out of a tin? I used to enjoy making a 13-leek soup. I'd make it with a big, massive King Edward's. Not a cigar, but a King Edward's tatty. Beautiful. I've heard that... hello, Jow. How are you, my friend? I do hope you're very well. Dogs lead pool action. Yes, exactly. And if you've not subscribed to Jow's channel, please do. He does some fantastic content from a Portuguese perspective. So, homemade crusty bread. Is the soup homemade or is the crusty bread homemade? Oh, you're making me hungry. Oh, that's one of the things I do enjoy, making homemade bread. No worries, Jow. So yeah, please go and subscribe to Jow's channel if you've not. If you want to find out about stuff political from a Portuguese point of view. So please do. Oh, but yes, homemade soup with lasagna. Is that homemade as well? Is that lasagna homemade as well? I have had a little go of making homemade. Yes, I've even tried it. Trying to make the homemade pasta as well. That's a bit of a lentil soup is the dogs. Oh no. Oh. If the lentil soup is homemade, gotta have it for yourself. That'll be absolutely delicious. Oh, you made it. Oh, lovely. Something I always enjoyed doing, making homemade lasagna. One of the things I always do enjoy. I don't know why. And the bread we bought. Ah, right. So your lovely other half made the soup and you bought the bread. That's something we always like to do, before. When I made the potato and leek soup, we'd get a big, massive baguette. Yes. Ooh, big, massive baguette. Ooh, go all fancy. Go all la-di-da. And we'd cut it up and have it, to dip us in the soup. We'd go, so we'd make the soup and then we'd go eat our fancy baguette. Give me a quick minute. There, that's better. So the wire keeps touching me, and it keeps making all that horrendous racket. So move the wire a little bit. Yes, he's not fantastic for that. It's the legend that is Professor MG. Yes, if you need to hear have a fantastic lesson about socialism, then Professor McGuinness is your man. He also taught me Italian because he refuses to speak anything else. Oh dear. A curry is always nice. Oh yes, I always enjoy a nice curry myself. Well, I'm not surprised, living in Bradford, where we're absolutely avalanched with fantastic curry houses. But anyway, let's see if we can get this to work. Hopefully we can. This is right, yeah, whatever. And see if it works. Oh, no, log in. I've already got a crappy account. Yes, we're all sorted. Thank fuck for that. We don't know. We fuck off with that. Not interested. But I'm having sausages and mash tomorrow. We've just had sausage roll with mash, and I made a couple of Yorkshire puddings, 8 Yorkshire puddings homemade yesterday. Mwah! Well, you have to throw in some veg, don't you? Well, yeah, exactly. You've got to have some veg on it, without a shadow of a doubt. But anyway, let's see if we can get this to work. Let's see if we can get this to work. No, let's try it again. What I'll do is I'll get shut of it. Start again. See, the thing is, I never had a problem. I don't fucking want that. Now, let's see if we can get it to work. Now, what I'll do is I'll plonk it on there, and then we will start again. Because I want to try and get this to work. Because I've got a bit. Because let's just say this is a good bit of gammon watch, you could say. But it's a bit of a different one. No, I'm not looking at that, you tit. No, that's what I'm after. See if we can get this one to work. Yes, we've got it. By Jove, we've got it. There we go. So, right, let's crack on. Yes, we have a bit of gammon watch for you. But it's not our Granny Waddlebottom. No, it's somebody different. Somebody far more, much more different from our Granny Waddlebottom. So you're quite safe, our Graham. You're quite safe. No, this one is from, yes, our Jacob Rees-Mogg. Jacob Rees-Mogg. Yes, our... Oh! Yes, where he decided to turn on to KGBs and say, Labour is wallowing in indecision, failure, and general hopelessness, says Jacob Rees-Mogg. Yes, the haunted pencil himself. Oh, you just don't understand. Yes, where he basically said, in the good old days, when we had leaders with backbone, this is what we used to hear. To those waiting with bating breath for that favourite media catchphrase, the U-turn. I have only one thing to say. U-turn if you want to. The lady is not for turning. This, unfortunately, is not the view of the current government, which seems to think its job is to prepare for the next headline. Yeah, says a man who was in the government with a man who's always in the headlines. By seeing quite how many U-turns it can execute in a London taxi in the shortest possible time. You see, plebs, that was a establishment joke. Oh, you must understand, plebs. That is a joke. Yes. Let's look at the current Chancellor of the Exchequer today, sticking boldly, of course, to her course. Yeah. The delay. Plans to increase the minimum wage for 18 to 20-year-olds, supposedly to allow employers a better chance to hire more people. We already have incentives to hire young people. The apprenticeship rate of the minimum wage and no national insurance contributions for the youngest workers. But we do recognise there are challenges. You're not wrong. Because of the number of U-turns is going up and up, you could probably sing them to the 12 Days of Christmas if you had a musical turn of mind. But let's go through them. Digital ID cards. No, I never really understand what I want something I was really that fussed about, because I just think, well, you give away your ID on your phone every day. Sorry. Business rate for pubs. Well, pubs have been dying for years anyway, haven't they? Inheritance tax on farmers. Especially, won't you think about the poor millionaire farmers? The 2-child benefit cap, that must be scrapped for the plebs. Income tax thresholds. Workers' day one rights. Waspy women's compensation, where they lied. Yeah, but how long were you guys in power? You lot didn't really do a right lot for the waspy women anyway. Welfare and disability benefit cuts, grooming gangs, a national inquiry which they said was a far-right thing, winter fuel payments, trans right definitions, national insurance, measurements of national debt, delayed elections across 30 local authorities, which they now have the gall to blame on the local authorities themselves. And now a refusal to roll out the minimum wage boost. A U-turn. This is absolutely extraordinary. Not least when a leading member of the cabinet, someone waiting in the wings to catch the ball should it come out of the scrum, said this: Mr. Streeting, treating the NHS, we have an initiative called Graft. Get it right first time. That should be the government's New Year's resolution for 2026. Let's try to get it right first time. Wouldn't it be miraculous if they could? Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could actually have a little bit of proper government he's got room to talk, hasn't he? Yes, this is the man who went to the Queen and lied through his teeth. I don't think he has the moral fibre to criticise anybody, has he, really? Yes. Because of this real problem, the current government don't know what it wanted to do when it came in, hasn't worked out what it wants to do now, and therefore staggers day to day, crisis to crisis, to the detriment of the country, and then shies away from the blame. And this is constitutionally important. Nearly got it right. Get the teeth in, Daz. And this is constitutionally important. Yes. You really couldn't make this shit up, could you? The man who lies through his teeth. This is a man who said, vote for Brexit and you'll get cheap shoes for peasants. There are two principles of cabinet government on which our constitution rests, on which we are governed. One is collective responsibility, the other is ministerial responsibility. Yeah, the irony, little meter must have just broken here. Tories took no responsibility for anything, did collectively responsibility has already gone for Burton. I don't know what Burton football team's got to do with collective responsibility, but I think they will I like to argue against that, Jacob Rees-Mogg. Just today we had an Education Secretary, Bridget Phillipson, criticising the Health Secretary, Wes Streeton claiming it wasn't up to him that the two-child cap had changed. They are squabbling with each other. There is no united cabinet view. That makes holding them to account more difficult because they simply isn't. Because they simply say, it wasn't me. It was my collective over there. Blame. It was my colleague over there. Blame him. Yeah, spoken like a true Tory. when in opposition, it's all their fault. When we're in power, it's civil servants' fault. That undermines democratic accountability. So does a loss of ministerial responsibility. And then there's the Prime Minister himself, Sir Keir Starmer. In case he hasn't noticed, and sometimes I think he hasn't, he must think he's just the cat who wandered into Downing Street. So, Larry, I think you might be in trouble here. They're looking to replace you. Confusing himself with whatever the cat is called. No, Sir Keir isn't called Sir Larry. I'm sorry. Because whenever something goes wrong, it's not his fault. But the art of all good leadership is simple. The credit goes to subordinates. The blame rests with the boss. All good bosses know this. Yes, says the man who defended the lying Torag, that is Boris Johnson, to the hilt. Yet he blamed a speechwriter for saying the country was an island of strangers. He blames councils for cancelling local elections, which must be his fault. The government's fault because councils have no power to cancel elections unless the government gives it to them. Again and again they make U-turns. Again and again they blame others, and no government is taking place. This matters because what the country needs is economic growth. Yes, this is from a man who was in a government that was in power for 14 years. And how much did the economy grow in that 14 years? I get the feeling it was zilch, nada, nothing. Oh, the irony meter must have just broke at this point. To get that, we need clear policy. We need to know where we are going. We need a government that is responsive to and accountable to the electorate. No, not one that wallows in indecision, failure, and general hopelessness. Oh, No, you just don't understand. Yes. And at that point, when I have to say, when I read that, all I will say is that my head was about to explode because I'm sat there reading all that and just thinking, and just thought, you utter fucking melt. Yes. Yes. But like those Hammer House of Horror videos, but Mogg is just a is just too Victorian for me. Yes. Yes, the man. Did you know he had a love? He was an early love interest for Queen Victoria. Yes, they used to trap down Oxford Street on their bicycle made for their penny farthing made for two, you know. You know that Jacob Rees-Mogg has a YouTube channel where he generally gets high 10,000 and low 100,000 views on videos. It won't surprise me because we are a nation of cap doffers. One of the things that I noticed when I used to watch, one of my favourite books was The Ragged Trouser Philanthropist. I remember when they go around the cave, and I can't remember who it was. The house that they're doing up. I think it was the guy who owned the company that was running the painter and decorators, and they were with the guy who was going to buy the house that they're doing up. And Crass, he was the foreman, and let's just say he was wandering around with his cap in his hand, hoping to get a halfpenny for the odd halfpenny. And do you know how much they give him? It's a nice round number. It has a hole in the middle of it. Yes, that's right. They gave him fuck all and just laughed at him. So we are a nation of cap doffers, Tommy Lee Cadden. Yeah, Morgan has an OnlyFans with his nanny. You're not wrong. Can I borrow some teeth? Yes, exactly. Lots of cap doffers and forelock tuggers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, must be a few hate views in there as well. Yeah, probably will do. Just for fits and giggles. I could have easily have let you watch what he said, but I didn't want to bore you to tears listening to the haunted pencil. It'd probably be much more entertaining for me to try and do a horrendous voice of his. I'm still waiting for Rees-Mogg to join Reform. We all know it's going to happen. If he thinks there is any chance he could get voted into office, nothing would surprise me. Rees-Mogg turned up with his nanny in the Bentley in a constituency in Fife, narrowly avoided being seriously beaten up. Henry McLeish prevented it. And then, is it McLeish or McLeish? I'd hazard a guess at McLeish. Would love to write a screenplay about that. Now, strangely enough, I wake up and smell the rosaries. I remember seeing a little bit of an early picture where he's wandered around the streets of Scotland with his nana. Hilariously funny. Fair play to him, I suppose, you know. Giving it a go, but that would have been a sight to behold. It certainly would. He was the custodian to fuck all, yes. Mogg is Mogg is the shadow of fascist past. Is it McLeish? McLeish, maybe. I would probably say it's. I would hazard a guess it's more McLeish. But then I could be so badly wrong. Horrendously wrong. But yes. Let's just let's just say that. Oops. Let's see if this works. Now, let's head off for something a little bit more different. We all know what's happened over the weekend. Let's see if we can get this too. We'll just do it this way. It's just fucking easier. Right. There we go. We're cooking on gas. Yes. Let's just say we all know what's happened over the weekend. Well, over the last few days. Yes. Our Prince Andy Chuckles custody sergeant. Yes. Let's head off to News Thump as we head off to the news that our Randy Andy has, on his 65th birthday. Hello, Tone. How are you, my friend? Everything is going very well, my dear friend. Yes, you could say our Randy Andy was just got up in yesterday morning to, rearrange his teddies, singing his song. Hi, I'm Randy Andy. I kiss the girls and make them cry. Thinking, here's a doorbell or a door knock. And he was thinking, oh, that must be the stripper come to wish me happy birthday. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a police stripper. It was the fools, you could say. Hello. What's all this then? As he's in it, will you please escort me to the police station because you're fucking nicked, me old son. Yes, it's Prince Pizza Express of sausage fingers. Yes. Did Annie pickled up the soup? Yes. I wonder if Andy's gonna bring his teddy bears into the cell with him. I very much doubt it. They will have said, not on your fucking life, matey. the Prince of Darkness. He never certainly. But yes, we head off to that newspaper article of Truth and Justice. No, not the Daily Mail. News Thump. I bet he's sweating now. He bet he's fucking sweating. Yeah, Randy Mount, twatty swindler. Exactly. But yes, the artist, formerly known as Prince Andrew, has been arrested and charged with misconduct in a public office. Booking in at the police station, the disgraced Royal and Pizza Express enthusiast was asked for his fingerprints, allowing the custody sergeant to make the best joke of his life. Prince Andrew requested Sergeant Williams to uproarious laughter from absolutely everyone around him, except for the sweat-proof suspect himself. Come to lighten up this definitive. Come on, lighten up. This definitely isn't the worst thing that's going to happen, chimed in Officer Letby, slapped the former prince on the back far too hard and on purpose. We'll keep a strong eye on him, confirmed Letby. Be a shame if he pulled an Epstein. But then again, if we get a phone call from somebody with a posh voice asking us all to take a break for an hour, who are we to argue? Apparently it's his birthday as well. So we'll get him a cake in the shape of a crown. God, we're an horrible lot. But still not horrible enough to be in the Epstein files. A spokesperson for Andrew commented, Andrew vehemently denies these charges. At a time of the offences, he was either at a Pizza Express, a Nando's, or an underage girl. Wait, Not that last one. So, yes, that was News Thump. So, yes, that was News Thump. He hardly likely to end up in the non-swing HMS Strangeways, though, is he? Probably not. He'll get a cell that's cushier than our houses. Yeah, well, well, if the public find out about that, do you think they'll be happy about it? Not sure they would be, but anyway, but you could be right there. I was thinking that too. He'll probably get Pizza Express sent to his place, his cell. But I can imagine will he have a built-in shower, just to make sure that he doesn't sweat. But I think somebody might tell him, I wouldn't take them teddies if I were you. Because people might get the wrong idea. Damage limitation from British monarchy to preserve their position for a wee bit longer. Yes, I get, and you get the feeling that it probably will work as well, because they do seem to be, the public seem to be more attacking Randy Andy than the monarchy themselves, don't they? So I think you could possibly be onto something there. Photos of sausage fingers in every police station. Is that true? No way. That'll be funny. Ooh, those sausage fingers. I mean, but anyway, But do we all remember? Bubba will need Handy Andy's help picking up the soap in the shower. You can very much possibly be right, Sir Larry. But anyway, does anybody remember this absolute legend of a legend of a news story? It could be a bit of an old one, but still golden. Yes. I think this is an old one, but public urge, forgive Prince Andrew.
Welcome to Broken News. The British public and people the world over have been urged to forgive Prince Andrew. The eighth in line to the British throne has faced years of criticism from some who've called him a condescendingly pompous waste of space with no discernible talent, a dead-eyed jowly ballbag who repeatedly rinsed the royal purse with his love of lavish international fuck parties, and a humorless gibbon who claims he slipped and accidentally fell into a child sex trafficking ring with his pants down.
Who hasn't nearly fallen into one of them with their pants down? Come on, let's show some sympathy.
Our reporter has more.
The favourite son of Queen Elizabeth II has faced a barrage of abuse over the years. But now the Prince Andrew Exoneration Development Office, which has been set up specifically to reintroduce Andrew to royal duties, says, come on, who among us hasn't been bezies with a billionaire sex trafficker or invited Harvey Weinstein to their teenage daughter's birthday party? Critics claim that if he was literally anyone else, the Duke of Pork and highborn clammy manatee might have actually had to go to court after no fewer than 3 allegations of sexual assault. Mercifully, he got the cash money from Mumsy to avoid that inconvenience so that he could get back to doing what he does best, which is... But it'll take some work to convince the plebs that he's fit for a return to public life. Recent polling consistently shows Prince Andrew to be the least popular royal, even less popular than Prince Edward, a fictional member of the royal family who no one's actually ever seen in real life. Buckingham Palace will be keen not to shoulder any more embarrassment for the man whose wife left him because she didn't like the way he sucked her toes. They added, while it is true that Prince Andrew reached a multi-million-pound settlement with a woman he definitely didn't do anything bad on top of or in, at least he didn't meet and then marry the love of his life, an already successful, fiercely independent and achingly beautiful American actor, because that would be totally fucking unforgivable. Back to you.
What a lovely story. That's all from Broken News. You're up to date.
Exactly. What a lovely story. And totally agree. Yes. Getting embroiled in a sex trafficking ring is clearly not as bad as marrying a very strong-willed, independent brown woman. Disgraceful. That'll be fucking disgraceful behaviour. Unbelievable. I'll tell you what I'll be looking forward to tonight. I'll be listening to Nick Abbott tonight while I'm playing my Football Manager again, having a couple of games. I'll play my game, having a couple of cheeky tinnies and chilling out. And somebody said they'll be talking about this situation with the mess that Randy Andy has got himself. And all I will say is that somebody will say that it's a no lengths that Meghan Markle will do to embarrass the royal family. You know, all done in jest and satire. And he'll say, exactly. Exactly. There's a nothing she will do. She will stop at nothing to embarrass the royal family. And I'll hear him do a soundboard of boo. Yes, you remember Meghan Markle, don't you? Boo! Yes, that's her. You are in top chat. Am I in top chat? What does that mean, Joe? I don't know. I've never heard that. But yes, will Andy get the greenhouse duties? Well, somehow I very much doubt it. I think that he will not be doing any manly duties, you could say. But yes, they keep Edward in the attic because he's as camp as a row of pink tents at a Pride festival. Yes, you very rarely see him, do you? You very rarely see him, and now I don't know whether he is gay or not. It's not something I've thought about, but you don't see very much of him, do you? Yes, on top of the chat, you are in top chat. Click on it to see all messages. All right. All right, you mean? All right. All right, that's something I've never really... All right, top chat. Top. I've seen top fans, like, but... All right, it's not something I've in live chat. All right, I still don't know what I'm doing on that. All I've seen is all right, top chat. Let's have a little look at that. Our live chat. Let's have a little look. I still don't see. But yeah, I've had. I don't like. Well, but anyway. Right. Right, I see. Yes. Right, I see. Yes. That's probably the reason why I wasn't seeing all the chat. I'm back into the story top cat. Yes. Kate's Farmer Giles seemed to have cured nicely. She no longer needs to carry a cushion with her. And it will show you also live chat. That little thing here. Yeah, I've just worked it out, yeah. Yeah, I've just worked for that. Yeah, it's not something that I've really looked at. Because usually more often than not, Joe, I'm just sorting out what I'm doing on here. So it's not really something I've looked at, but cheers for letting me know on that. But yes, I get the feeling that was an old one, but did you see that picture of him while he's in that car? You're thinking, what is he doing? What's all that in? Why is he trying to hide? You get the feeling he's trying to hide. You think, well, wasting your time a little bit. And also, I looked at his face. I got the feeling that face spoke 1,000 words. I do get the feeling he had a little bit of experience of how the ordinary people are treated. You know, the plebs. You know, he'll have been sat in that cell thinking, my God, how do the people survive? There's no champagne. And I'm also wondering, did he manage to take his own shoelaces out? Yeah, exactly, Tony. He looked haunted. He looked like he was only there for 4 hours. He did, and I wonder if he managed to take his own shoelaces out, or did he have to get somebody else to do it? And they had no blanket poo. Yeah, exactly. But that was so hilarious. But anyway, as we're heading off into the home straight, because I do get the feeling our dear friend Ed Thompson, who'll be doing his live stream at 7:30, and quite possibly if Bin Podcast, they could still be doing their live stream, whatever doing. So once we're done, you're spoilt for choice, and we also have Max doing his live stream, and chances are there'll be Politics Social if that floats your boat. There'll be so much for you to do. You'll be able to shake a stick at it. That look says that he knows he's about to get whacked before he starts running his mouth. We Sky snuggled up beside me. Brilliant week. Oh, lovely. Is the cat purring as well? Charlie's top cat, Professor MG, exactly. But let's head off to the other side of the pond for a bit of hilarity. Yes, as I say earlier, you know, when it comes to Garrett and Maggie Reid, yes, I'm always never short of material. And what happened over this week? Oh yes, in the height of propaganda. What is the what do you call it? Is it the Minister of Health, whatever you call him, you know, old worm brain? What did he get up to today? Oh, he decided to do a rather interesting video with a certain washed up rock rapper or whatever he likes to call himself. Well, Maggie, in true Maggie style, takes the piss. This is hilarious.
Did you guys see that Kid Rock and RFK Jr. did a rock out workout video to Ba with the Ba? Well, I had to do a little tweaking because the song and the title just wasn't fitting. So enjoy.
Come on, get boogieing away.
Baby, keep on.
All I will say is, Kennedy, put it away. Nobody wants to say that.
Yeah, I'll do it. Forever and ever, yeah.
Oh dear. That is fucking horrendous. Hello, Global Citizen. How are you, my dear friend? Hope you're well. Hello, big up Charlie Cat. I do hope you're well. Yes, they did what is this? Some lame attempt of a keep fit video. You really couldn't make this shit up, could you? Lad is so hype. Buzzer. Well, all I say is, I mean, try and tell RFKs and on roids. I mean, come exactly, Tommy Lee. Just arrived and been listening. So they be. Don't worry about it, Alistair. Not a problem. Don't worry about it. But we do have a Friday Frolic exclusive. We've managed to get in contact with the man who let's just say Skid Rock and Brainworm. You're not wrong. Let's just say who managed to record this bit of footage of, for this bit of footage for this video of Skid Rock and Brainworm, and you're in for a treat. Yes. Take it away. So, show us how you managed to do this wonderful bit of propaganda footage.
You look incredible. Tap him on the shoulder and down to the butt. No? Maybe later. Stand with a flag, get in the car. That's the foreplay. Let's get to the sexy bit. Yeah. Okay, cool. Nice. Kid, why don't you pull that down like a child? Perfect. You look incredible. Really nice, birds. Maybe kiss? This is hot. Let's play shirts and skins, but we're all on the same team. You did? I'm sorry, Robert. Guys, RFK forgot his swimwear. Can you just go boxers? Amando. I guess we're just leaving the jeans on. Yeah, jeans in an ice bath. That's normal. Roll with me here. Jeans stay on. Get into a sauna. Push-ups and exercise bike. Let's go. I promise I'll put music to the video so it doesn't sound like this. Oh my god, did you just gave the finger? Whoa! No one can tell this guy what to fucking do. Bit of acting now. Robert, you just say, oh, where's Kid? Where's Kid? Perfect. We find him. He's in the pool. We shake your head. You're like, man, this guy's not even wearing jeans. What a fucking cuck. We cut to the most patriotic thing we could be doing. Paddle. I will put a lightning effect in post on one of the shots to make you look cool, but only for that one shot. The rest you'll just be fucking playing paddle in your jeans. Final shot in the pool. What should we drink? Whole milk. We'll put text on the screen and the text will be really cummy. Incredible. And that's a wrap. I thought you two were like homophobes, but that is the horniest I've ever seen two guys be. Cheers.
Yes. That was just absolute. That was just big ups. When I first saw that, I thought, fuck me, Dr. Phil and his dad doing a workout video. Actually, good point. Who wears jeans to work out? Exactly. Yes, very, very good point. That's not something I would be wearing. That is for certain. Unbelievable. Just need Mark Johnson for a 3 spice grind. Oh, God. Oh, that's that bit too much. Too much for information there. But anyway, I guess Grindr was offline that day. You could possibly, couldn't possibly say, Joe. But let's just say that I have to say I have no idea what they were trying to achieve here. But it didn't. It looked rather cringy, didn't it? But, Each to their own. And I'd love to ask any MAGA loan, do you actually get in a sauna with your jeans, or do you actually go to a gym while wearing your jeans? Unbelievable. Absolutely hilarious. But anyway, now we're going to head off to final news story of the day, where we do have a bit of controversy at the Winter Olympics. Yes, we're going to. He is live at 7:30. Well, we'll be finished with a good 10 plus minutes to go before that was so homoerotic. Yes, exactly. It was cringy. But we head off to the Winter Olympics, where we do have a bit of controversy, where there was a bit of controversy in the curling, and we will head off to our sports reporter called Garen, where he will explain everything that went down in the curling. Now, Garen, can you tell the people in the chat what happened in the curling?
Violence has erupted after a curling cheating scandal. I've got all the angles, and today we're going to get to the fucking bottom of this and save curling. But first, let's take a look at the brawl that took place after this incident.
I haven't done it once. You can. Apparently it's okay touching the rock after the hog line. I don't know. Or touching the rock. Who's doing it? You don't know it? Who? It's a couple. Who? I haven't done it once. You can. You haven't done it once?
I'm sorry you had to see that. Imagine what it must have been like for the poor spectators. That was the Swedish team and the Canadians, two of the scariest groups of people, if you exclude the French. The Swedish team had actually set up a secret camera to try and catch the pesky little fucking Canadians cheating, because apparently they're known for it. I've spent hours combing over every available angle of the footage. Let's get to the bottom of this and put this violence to an end. First, let's look at it in slow motion from the front. So the Canadians are being accused of a double touch. As you can see, he's let go here, and then we have a clear extension of the finger, second touching the stone. Now check out this freeze frame from the side. The rules clearly state that you must not touch the curling thing after the hog line, which is the green line here. Now the Canadians are defending themselves by saying, we did not touch the curling thing after the line. And as you can see in this second freeze frame, they are in fact correct. So I know what you're thinking, no rules have been broken, this is a standard but cheeky little double touch, but nothing past the hog line. Well, I'm afraid that this recent ruling has something else to say. During forward motion, touching the granite of the stone is not allowed. This will result in the stone being removed from play. Violation of this rule will result in the stone being removed from play. I don't know why they've said it twice. And as you can see here, that is a finger clearly in contact with the granite. You cheeky cunts. Now please, can we put this to bed? This has besmirched the good name of curling. I never thought I'd see a day when curling, of all sports, would be the butt of a joke. Conduct yourself with the honour, bravery and seriousness of this elite level sport. Every man, woman and child alive on this earth today has nothing but respect for this great sport. Let's keep it that way and follow me. I'm delicious.
Yes, follow our sports reporter Garen. Never a true word is said, and there you have it. The finger touching in the curling, disgraceful behaviour. Stop that, Canada! It's disgusting. It's a very stop touching it up. Exactly. Big up Charlie Cat. Vikings must have invented curling when they were sliding priests on the ice. Yes, finger touching the stone. Yes, it's very difficult. Yes, curling brought into disrepute. He is delicious. Quite right. Garen's video on Chinese takeaway. a god tier. I'm more of an Indian curry man myself. I'm not. I don't want to say no to a Chinese, but I'm more partial to an Indian. I'm feeling rather pagan tonight. So yes, thank you, Garen, for clearing up all the. Can always depend on Garen. Exactly, Ellie. I totally agree. So all I will say is that was. Thank you, Garen, for clearing up the controversy in the curling in the Winter Olympics. Yes, like last week, we saw Rover get the gold medal in the downward slalom, or the downward skiing, should I say. Same Madras tonight. Chinese is awesome, though. Yes, Madras Chinese are awesome. Yes, I enjoy it. Enjoy a nice Madras. I'm also to a Rogan Josh. I'm quite partial to a nice Rogan Josh as well. But anyway, thank you for clearing up. And finally, yes, we have we have you could say rather disturbing news story of a man being called in for arrested for indecent exposure, and let's just say, I will say is, do not approach this man, because he you could say very armed and dangerous, especially with if he has to wear a bra.
Baltimore City Police have charged a man. 31-year-old Dwayne Townsend is charged with indecent exposure and disorderly conduct on several occasions dating back to November of 2018.
And you see, that's what the problem is. Now, it's a beautiful day. I want to come outside with my shirt off, and I was just jogging, trying to get my body back in shape. And all of a sudden, I get hit stick like I'm on Madden, just boom, out of nowhere by a cop. And, it scared the hell out of me. I was so scared, y'all, I didn't on myself. And I'm talking about I was wet. I was wetter than a well in a bubble bath drinking a bottle of water, okay? And to myself, I said, indecent exposure? Hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right. What you want me to do? I'm a man. You want me to put on a bra? Man, that bra strap will snap like a bungee cord. Just go. And, I just came out of court, and they just gave me 2 court dates. One for each titty.
I'm sorry. It's had a fantastic response. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yes, he's got a court date. 1 for each titty, apparently. This seems to be translating seems to be malfunctioning. Oh no, wait a minute! Doesn't he play Big Smoke from GTA San Andreas in that video where it's real life GTA? It won't surprise me, but I just thought it was hilariously funny. A hilarious way to finish off. That makes it so much more hilarious. You're not wrong, Graham. You're not wrong. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, but anyway, thank you for, you big up Charlie Cap, truly tits up. Totally and utterly agree. All I will say is, thank you for stopping by and making this another hilariously funny, wonderful Friday frolic, because without you, won't be possible. So thank you for stopping by, and hopefully you've been entertained, and again, wake up and smell the rosemary. Sorry for your loss, and hopefully we've put a smile on your face for an hour or two. So I will bid you farewell. Also, big thumbs up for my moderators, be it Jow, be it Alistair, be it Mad Monk. Couldn't do this show without you guys. So I will leave you here. Have a wonderful weekend, hopefully, and don't forget 7:30. A Thompson. Also, Bin podcast could still be on now. So and then is it 8:30? Nearly said Mad Max. Then Maximilian Robertsphere, and is it about 9:30? Politics Social, if that floats your boat. So you've got a wide breadth of quality live streams, far more professional than this will ever be. But no worries. Good night, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. And if you cannot be good at it. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.
Oh.